It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Barons' sure-handed wide receiver, closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Barons and the Texans, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Brooklyn Barons and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes
the calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Throwing to start the drive, Brewer. And he's got his man in stride, complete. On 2nd down now, Woodard takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Woodard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Back to throw. Brewer. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 30 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a close route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodard, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brewer throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Woodard, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game now to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the older guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 2nd down, here's the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodard, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Brewer. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on third down. Brewer. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early two-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no gain. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 9 yards that time.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. And this is incomplete.
Certainly fair to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Barons have got it back to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A 10-play drive that time. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Well, the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Brewer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off play action, Brewer. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. On 3rd down, Brewer. Over the middle to Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. A big gainer in his sights, but he can not leave it in. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brewer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
To throw on 2nd down. Brewer got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, Woodard. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. 34 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route. Often against the safety, you like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Barons have cut it back within a score. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brewer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Barons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A final shot before break. Brewer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get things started down at Hard Rock Stadium, an AFC East matchup with the Jets visiting Miami. And it is the Jets who have the lead late in the second quarter. The Jets trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. The Bills have pretty well resigned themselves to a postseason without football, but they are able to up their record to 4-8 with the win. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. But the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Brewer. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On third down, they're going to run for it here.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
2nd and 10. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay a 4-point game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brewer eluding the pressure right.
And this one too low.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Brewer. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Number 13, 8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Houston set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To throw on 2nd down, Brewer. Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On On third down, Woodard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
He continues to struggle to find a place to break off the big one. He might need to just put it aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Woodard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After playing like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They'll try to run this one in. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.